This is the Uptick Network Stock Day Podcast, sponsored by InvestorsHangout.com. Penny stock news and interviews from the microcap world. Public information on OTC, pink sheets, and microcap stocks from around the world. With your host, Everett Jolly.
On today's show, we have a very exciting guest with us. He is Trent D'Ambrosio. He is the CFO of Inception Mining. Well, they trade on the OTCQB under the ticker symbol IMII. Trent, thank you and welcome to the show.
Thank you, and I appreciate being on the show.
You know, give my listeners a little background of yourself, how you became the CFO, and then a little bit of background on the company, and then I want to get into some Q&A today.
You bet. I spent the majority of my career in the financial services industry, have been exposed to numerous funds, different markets, became intrigued with commodities and whatnot, and was exposed to some mining opportunities and found a stranded asset in Idaho, which was the UP Burlington mine. I ended up purchasing that myself. That was approximately 4 years ago. Since then, we invested about $1.5 million and did an asset acquisition into a public company, which you mentioned the symbol of earlier. After that transaction, we made acquisition of the Claverico mine in Honduras, and that's where we sit today. We do have some exploration projects in Nevada, but how I ended up in a CFO, I was the original founder, the lead investor, and somewhat steered that ship for the first 2 and 3 years, expanding with some partners and a management team. And we've done, cross our fingers, reasonably well during a difficult time for the mining space and more specifically gold miners.
It seems to me, I've had a lot of different mining companies come on the Stock Day radio show, and it seems to me that very few have revenues. But I don't think that's the case for you guys, for Inception Mining. Tell us a little bit about your gold production, maybe some of your quality assets, and the revenues that you guys are generating.
You bet. Yeah, our Claverico mine in Honduras is a producing gold mine. We actually do have a quality asset there. It does produce gold. We consummated that transaction in October of 2015. So that revenue stream has come to Inception Mining during the past 9 months, and we've done quite well with that. Our most recent reports show that we did do revenue and did exceptionally well. That mine will continue to produce into the future, and we're working diligently to make sure that that core asset has the necessary infrastructure and the investment to continue to produce. Our Idaho asset is ready for production as well. It's development stage, and we're probably going to take that into production this summer, if not second quarter of next year. So things look good for us.
Can you take me back to the Honduras mine and give my listeners a little bit of a clinic of how you take the gold out of the ore? Are you bringing that back over to the States? Are you cashing out over there? And just give us a little bit of a flow chart.
Sure. That facility, believe it or not, has been in operation for 400 to 500 years. It was mined back since, gold was one of the original founding places of gold in the mining times and things in that area of the world. Since for the past 10 years, it's under the kind of operation it is now. It is an open pit heap leach system. So we do process gold there. We extract it from the ore using a water-based solution, take it through what's called an ADR plant, and pour doré bars on site. It's then picked up and shipped to the United States and refined into 3 nines or 4 nines gold here in the U.S. and sold into the open market in the United States. So pretty unique model. It works quite well for us. We have a very amicable relationship with the local government and the federal government there. And, we adhere to all those international mining laws. We pride ourselves in kind of being stewardship of the environment there. Some of the historical mining operations in that part of the world were not as judicious as we are today. So, we're quite proud of our operation.
And then you were talking about the mine here in the States. So tell us a little bit about expansion and development. What do you guys have in the hopper?
Well, we're expanding currently our reserve evaluation in Honduras. We do sit on very large concessions in Honduras, and we've initiated an additional drill program. We have extensive geological data. We are maturing that data and expanding that profile of that project down there to make sure we understand what the asset is, the potential mine life, and those important facets as we move forward. We would like to dramatically increase the production down there from our current status. We've done that to date, and we will continue to do so. We're doing that organically in that part of our operation. Now, with Idaho, we do have a ready-for-operation facility there, which will dramatically increase our bottom line. It is a low-cost operation as well. That model there is completely outsourced. We have no employees or no capital equipment. We contract with all the providers to operate that mine. So that's a very unique model for us, and it's a low-cap X requirement for us. So that's, kind of unique there. And then we do have some targeted properties in Nevada, which are quite large in nature. That's, that significant production areas out there. And we're doing some evaluation right now on a few mature properties to bring those into our portfolio. And we do evaluate acquisitions on a weekly basis. It's when we're doing revenue and we do have positive cash flows, we are attracting a lot of assets.
My guest today is Trent D'Ambrosio. He is the CFO of Inception Mining, Inc. They trade on the OTCQB under the ticker symbol IMII. Additional projects. Can you give us a little bit of inception of what's happening in the third quarter of 2016 and maybe take that all the way out to second quarter of 2017? What's on the agenda for Inception?
Certainly, with our Honduran operation, the Clavo Rico mine, we will continue to profile the reserve down there and expand our production model. We are looking for additional resources to expand that and develop that mine and increase production. And then our development project in Idaho, the UP Burlington mine, we would like to make that kind of our next venture, and that will be, like I stated, we'll continue to do the work this year necessary to make sure it's open and operational next year and producing gold, and continue to explore our Nevada resources. We would definitely like to profile our mine in Honduras so we have a more reportable asset down there to add to our balance sheet, and those plans are in the works now.
Your stock price is currently at 80 cents a share, and your market cap is a little bit north of $24 million. It seems like you guys are kind of undervalued for what you're actually bringing up out of the ground and the revenues that you have. Can you elaborate on any of that?
Yes, I would agree we're undervalued, and some of that has to do with the complexity of the acquisitions we've made and folding all those entities into one umbrella. We had some reporting date changes that required some additional regulatory filings and some audit work, and we wanted to make sure that that was all done appropriately and reported to the public markets in a fashion that was understandable. We've completed that now. We've got that reporting done, and we've not shared our story until recently, and we're just starting to share that story. So the markets were somewhat unaware of where we were as a company. We wanted to ensure that everything was as it should be, and now we're just kind of out there. And with the gold markets in general increasing so dramatically, I think that and that mining space was somewhat beat up from the historical past 3 or 4 years, and so I think that affected our valuation as well. But we've definitely turned a corner, and that story is being told now, and we're definitely kind of getting some looks right now. So I think that valuation model is starting to change.
Very good. The company with us today is Inception Mining, Inc. They trade on the OTCQB under the ticker symbol IMII. Trent, is there anything that you and I didn't get a chance to talk about in closing here that you would like to get out to the listeners?
No, other than just make sure to keep an eye on IMII. We are growing, we're expanding. We do have quality assets, and we do produce gold. So we do have that unique story going, and we're going to try to keep that model as we move forward.
Well, the management's a winner. The company's a winner. I don't think that the ongoing price of 80 cents has reflected in gold being north of $1,300 an ounce, but I think soon it will be. So thank you for coming on the show. We're going to check back with you in a couple of months to see how you guys are doing, and the best of wishes.
Great. Thank you so much.